What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Big Dame, alongside my partner Louis S. Black. We are the Cuban Cigar Crisis, and we are back, baby. Back on your ass for 2022, baby.
Back on your ass with a 20 sack, bitch.
That's right. I got a new setup, looking all professional. My man Black doing his thing down in Dallas, man. What's been good with you, my man?
And I got a new hat. Y'all like my brim? You know, LA Kings brim. You hear me? This is a classic throwback right here.
Man, that's dope.
And the jersey is from Friday Night Lights. Shouts out to what's his name, Derek Luke, the nigga that played Diddy in the Notorious movie. Yeah. He played Booby Miles in the Friday Night Lights movie. And this is the number 45. This is the number that I wore my freshman year of high school at D tackle. I wore the number 45, so I had to get this for multiple reasons. You hear me? So let's get it in. Matter of fact, first thing, let's talk about goddamn Lori Harvey.
Yes, one of the biggest things to come out of the news over the last couple of weeks is the breakup of Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. Now, Michael B. Jordan had to have known Lori Harvey's reputation as somewhat of a loosey-goosey. That's why we call her Lucy Lori. But still, Michael wanted to put a ring on it, and apparently she wasn't feeling that too much because they ended up.
And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because niggas got ego. And I'm gonna do a shameless plug, which is I talked about this on my podcast. Look up the Louis S. Black Show. Tell them the name of your new podcast because you switched up your name, bro.
Yes, the new name of the podcast is the Big Dame Audio Experience, and you can catch both of our podcasts at Anchor.fm. You talked about it on your podcast, so
I said that basically his ego got in the way. He felt like, you know what? Even though this bitch is for the streets, I'm that nigga. I play Killmonger in Black Panther. I'm that dude. I can make her settle down. I can get her. And men, we have that. We have that ego where we think that we can control a bitch and we think that we can make a bitch settle down. But nah, bro. If a bitch is for the streets, the bitch is for the streets.
Bingo.
So he thought he was going to settle her down and square her up. And she was like, nah, I'm doing my thing. I'm kicking it. And he had to learn the hard way. But you know what's fucked up? I've got my prediction. We're going to call this a Cuban Cigar Crisis prediction. Because I get it from my mama. My mama used to predict shit. And the shit would happen. My mama predicted that R. Kelly was going to get in trouble. And guess what my mama predicted that? My mama predicted that back in 1994, bro. Back when R. Kelly was fucking with Aaliyah. Back when it was back, forth and forth.
Right.
Back and forth. When that song came out, my mama came out and she said, you know what? R. Kelly gonna fuck around and get in trouble for fucking with young bitches.
Yeah, your mom's Nostradamus there, bro. Cause
but guess what? And guess what? It transferred over into me. It transferred over into me to where I have the gift. I have the Nostradamus gift like my mother. And guess what I can predict? Lori Harvey is gonna fuck around and be 35 years old, and she's gonna be out here screaming that ain't no good men out here.
It's like a lot of these other
and when she screams that, guess what? That nigga Michael B. Jordan, that nigga's gonna be shaking his head like, bitch, you had a chance. You had a chance at romance.
You could have had it all.
And guess what? Michael B. Jordan, he's gonna fuck around and get with a fine ass Puerto Rican. He's gonna get with a fine ass Puerto Rican bitch. And Lori Harvey is gonna be fucking lonely, and she's gonna be out here talking shit. That's my prediction. But mind you, it's 2022. So we'll revisit this issue in 2032.
You say it's gonna take about 10 years for that to happen, huh, Black?
It's gonna be about 10 years, yeah.
Man.
When she's 35, she's gonna be looking for a good man. And guess what? Niggas ain't fucking with her because guess what she did? She scared away the suckers. Because Michael B. Jordan was ready to be a sucker. He was gonna be a sucker. He was gonna marry her, and she was gonna be able to juice his ass. She could have juiced that nigga out of all of his money. Because all she had to do was get married to him. And what's the statute of limitations? Like about 10 years? All she had to do was like probably be with him for about like maybe 10 years, right?
I think so. I think that's the statute of limitations, 10 years.
And guess what? She could have fucked around and got alimony, and I'm pretty sure that they would have had a kid, so she would have been able to get child support. She could have got her hands on that Black Panther money, that Wire money,
that Creed
that
money,
Bill Station money. Hold on, what you say? That Creed money?
Yeah, that Creed money.
Cause that nigga did 2 Creeds. Is he working on the 3rd Creed?
They should. So,
but guess what? She wasn't thinking like a hustler. She was thinking like a square. She was like, you know what? I just want to be out here and I just want to fun fuck. So she's not even a good hoe. You know, a good hoe is a hustling hoe. You hear me? A good hoe knows how to hustle and knows how to work a trick. Because see, Michael B. Jordan was a good trick. Okay. But she don't even know how to work a trick. She's a square hoe. Square hoes go off of emotions. Real hustling hoes, they see it. They know how to see a lick. They see a lick and they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna go after this lick. I got this square ass nigga that wants to be with me, that wants to give me the moon and the stars. She's scared off the Simps. Because guess what? The Simps had a meeting. And guess what the Simps did during the Simp meeting? They was like, you know what? This bitch don't appreciate shit. She doesn't know how to be treated right. She doesn't know how to accept real love from a real man. So now the Simps ain't even gonna fuck with her.
Ain't nobody gonna fuck with her for real.
The Simps is like, goddamn, Michael B. Jordan got more money than most of us. If she fucks around and diss him, we ain't got a chance. So all of the Simps is like, nah, we ain't fucking with her. Guess what she's gonna have to deal with now? Assholes with money. The type of niggas that they got money, but they're like, you know what? Fuck you, bitch. I got money, and I know that you're only with me because of the fact that I have money. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend money on you. I'm gonna buy you Birkin bags. I'm gonna fuck around to get you shoes. I'm gonna fuck around to pay your rent, and I'm gonna fuck on you whenever I want to. And I'm gonna give you fucking don't care dick.
Don't care dick,
See,
Black?
Loving dick and don't care dick is 2 different types of dicks. When it's some I care for you dick, ladies, for all y'all ladies that's listening, when a nigga cares about you, he gives you that good dick where it's like I care about you dick. Where you know, he'll beat it up, but he's not trying to, you know, fuck your walls up. He gonna caress you, he gonna finesse you, you hear me?
Yeah.
But she's gonna wind up getting that I don't give a fuck about you dick. And that I don't give a fuck about you dick, that's some dangerous dick.
Some dick that'll fuck your head up, man.
Man, head up against the backboard. All kinds of wild shit. You hear me?
Exactly. And have no sort of emotions behind it, no sort of, man, it's like, man, fuck this. You just another piece of pussy, baby.
We're gonna pray for Lori Harvey. We're gonna pray that she can find a nigga that likes her, because guess what? And we can segue into this because it's been a hot topic. Everybody's trying to compare Russell and Future now. And all I was going to say is that maybe she can find her a Russell in the future, but I don't think that she's going to be able to find a Russell because a nigga like Russell ain't even going to fuck with her. Like, a nigga like Russell Wilson will probably be like, you know what, bitch, you for the streets. Because everybody tries to say that Russell is a lame, but I think that Russell is cool as hell. But what you think about Russell?
Listen, man, just to get my take on the whole Lori Harvey situation before we get too deep. Lori Harvey, she's been dealing with all these different men, all these different guys who don't want to have shit to do with her long term, but yet she gets caught up in the whirlwind of things simply because she feel like, oh, I'm Lori Harvey, I'm the stepdaughter of Steve Harvey and the daughter of Marjorie Harvey, and I can just do whatever the fuck I want. But she's getting a rude awakening. And now with this Michael B. Jordan situation popping off, you're right, Black, she ain't gonna find a Russell Wilson type, because the Russell Wilson type has already caught on to the game, has caught on to the scheme.
Yeah, them niggas are scared of her. They're like, no, we ain't fucking with her. They're like, man, we ain't gonna fuck with her. That bitch don't appreciate shit.
Nah. You know,
trust me, if y'all want to call Russell Wilson a simp, that's fine. But guess what? Even simps don't want to do shit without being appreciated. Even if Russell Wilson is a simp, even if you want to call him a simp, guess what? I can guarantee you, guess what? He's a simp that feels appreciated. I'm pretty sure that Sierra makes that nigga feel appreciated.
Russell and Sierra, they seem to have a happy life together, but hey, a lot of people have been wanting Russell to cut Sierra off, knowing her own little relationship that she had with Future in the past. So it's like,
but no, guess what? That's the past, though.
Yeah, that is the past.
Sierra is an Atlanta bitch,
right?
Sierra is your typical light-skinned, tall, skinny Atlanta bitch, and you know she basically did some Atlanta shit. She fucked with a nigga like Future, and Future is a cool ass dude. You hear me?
Oh yeah.
Do you know that Future is really not the drug addict that he portrays himself to be?
Dude is a smart dude, man. I ain't gonna put
Nicki Minaj put it out. Nicki Minaj said that she was in the studio with Future, and Future admitted to Nicki Minaj that even though people think that he's a hardcore drug user, he was like, yo, for real, I'm a lightweight.
It's all about the image, man. That's what it's all about with a lot of these entertainers. I mean, same goes with 2 Chainz.
And for all of y'all that thought that Nicki Minaj was tall, guess what? Nicki Minaj is not tall. Nicki Minaj is about 5'2". Yeah, Kevin Samuels did an interview with Nicki Minaj, man.
Yes, he did.
And she was like, yeah, I'm 5'2". Kevin Samuels was like, damn, I thought you were taller than that. She was like, yeah, everybody thinks that I'm tall, but yeah.
I mean, that interview with her and Kevin Samuels, that shit popped off like gangbusters, man, because Nicki Minaj was seemingly the woman that was gonna put Kevin in his place, but no, they actually had a cool rapport. They had a cool interview. I wouldn't hate on that.
What it is, and everybody was like, oh, she put him in check. No, Nicki Minaj did not put Kevin Samuels in check. She did not put him in check. What it is game recognized game. And Kevin Samuels showed her respect. But at the same time, though, Nicki Minaj came to Kevin Samuels correct. A lot of these bitches came at Kevin Samuels way too incorrect. They used to come at that nigga crooked, bro. But Nicki Minaj, she came through with respect. She showed respect, and guess what he did? He gave her respect.
You know, Kevin knew to not come at Nicki any sideways or nothing like that, because Nicki got them connects to where he could have ended up getting his shit shut down. So he knew he wouldn't come at Nicki all correct, and Nicki came at him correct. So like you said,
basically they showed each other love. You hear me? Because I'm talking about Kevin Samuels was just doing his live, and Nicki Minaj just came out the middle of nowhere and just requested him. He was like, hold up, I got a request from Nicki Minaj, y'all. And I was like, oh shit. He's like, fuck it, let me hit the accept button. You hear me? And she was like, I've been wanting to talk to you, Kevin Samuels. I was like, wow. And it was a classic convo, man. You know, Nicki Minaj is really a cool ass chick, man. I want the Cuban cigar crisis to blow up to the point to where one day me and you can interview Nicki Minaj.
In due time, brother, in due time.
Let's talk about these goddamn mass shootings.
Man, these mass shootings, I cannot believe a lot of these mass shootings that went on, you know, especially in Uvalde, Texas, in that elementary school. And I just want to say one thing about that, Black. Them fucking cops are cowards. How the hell can you tell me that you was waiting on somebody to enter that school when that 18-year-old kid, and yes, he was still a kid, but bottom line is, you allowed this motherfucker to kill all those kids, all those students, and you're gonna wait a goddamn hour. And the chief of police, you a fucking pussy, man. Their blood is on your hands, because you could have made the goddamn call to have them people come in there before all those kids got killed. So it's like this. Fuck the Uvalde police. They set a bad precedent for all law enforcement across the country. And also with this Buffalo shooting too, man. Buffalo, man, this shit is just absolutely insane. But this is the type of shit that we have to deal with. This racist ass son of a bitch wanna go inside a supermarket and literally target black folks. And you
with
know,
the word nigga,
yeah, I mean,
painted on the side of his gun.
Just having all those different racial epithets on his gun. You talking about buck broken in a reference, of course, to Tariq Nasheed's documentary, Buck Breaking. He was on a mission. He carried that shit out, and he still got taken in alive, like Dylan Roof. when he shot those 9 people at that church and got taken to Burger King.
But niggas get murdered over less, man. As a black man, all you have to do is just have an attitude with the police, and you will fuck around and get gunned down.
And now we got all this stuff about, once again, this whole talk about gun reform and everything having to do with gun laws. Listen, them folks love their guns. Guns are a religion to a lot of people.
You ain't got to worry about, hey, trust me, you ain't got to worry about gun reform, because guess what? One thing that you're not going to take away is you're not going to take away white folks' guns. Gun reform is not happening, because guess what? White folks will vote against Joe Biden if they have to, in the name of gun reform. One thing, guess what? White folks will give up money before they give up their gun. White folks are going to stay strapped. Y'all can hear me loud and clear. White folks are going to stay strapped.
So that's what it's all about, man. They gonna do whatever it takes in order to get their gun, keep their guns, man.
You know that I was scared for 2 seconds when I got the alert?
You was,
because all I saw was elementary school in Texas, you hear me?
Yeah.
And my daughter is in elementary school now. Shouts out to Noelani, you hear me? So for a second, I was like, oh my God, was it Noelani? But I found out that obviously it wasn't her, and I was like, okay. But that could have easily been my daughter, you hear me?
Exactly. It could have been anybody's child. You know, if I had kids, and that shit would have too occurred at a school that my daughter or my son went to. You know, I wouldn't know how I would have felt. I probably would have just went on up there and see what the hell was going on. And that sort of thing scares parents, because, you know, you send your kid off to what is seemingly a safe environment, but then something like this occurs and it's like you just don't know anymore. I feel like more stuff needs to be put in place to ensure the safety of these kids, man. I mean, it just really hit close to my heart that somebody would do this to these children, man, just to serve whatever sort of agenda, the sick ass agenda, and I hope he get what the fuck he deserves.
It was some coward shit, because you're killing unarmed people.
You know, people are just out here doing all sorts of crazy shit. I mean, people are just going absolutely insane. These last 2 years have done a lot of, I'm not excusing anything about that shit, but the last 2 years have really done the mental game is just absolutely crazy with a lot of these people. Everything going up, gas prices going up, food going up, inflation, we're about to hit a recession. It's just absolutely insane out here how a lot of people just feel like they're justified in their actions when obviously you're not justified. You're just being a fucking coward. Let's talk about your girl Kim Kardashian.
What about her ass?
Man, Kim Kardashian has been having a hell of a time, man. She and Kanye West divorced, you know, even though Kanye's been still trying to be with her. And then she ended up going for Saturday Night Live cast member, I guess now former Saturday Night Live cast member, Pete Davidson.
Yeah, Pete Davidson's a fucker. He talking about some, he gave up being on Saturday Night Live so that he could be her full-time boyfriend.
Man, that's a stupid.
You know what's gonna happen? She's gonna wind up dumping him, man.
Pete Davidson, he a sucker, man. But at the same time, what do you expect?
See, guess what? Kanye is not giving up his grind. Kanye is not going to give up his grind for Kim Kardashian. But Pete Davidson has said, I will give up my grind for you. You never give up your grind for a bitch.
Nah, you ain't. Nah. You don't never give up your money, man, because who's to say that you end up becoming a movie star, a big-time movie star down the road? Hell, you see Keenan's still there after 15 years. He ain't giving up his grind. Hell, his show just got canceled. So he ain't giving up that grind. And he's separated.
The Keenan show got canceled?
Yeah, the Keenan show got canceled after 2 seasons. And he just got separated from his white wife. So, yeah, he ain't giving up that grind. So that's what I'm saying. Pete made a dumb move trying to put his life into the Kardashians' hands. I mean, did you not learn anything from Lamar Odom? Did you not learn anything from Chris Humphries? Did you not learn anything from Reggie Bush? Them bitches will suck your ass, drive, and leave you laying. I'm fully convinced they're witches, man.
They some gypsies.
Oh my God, man.
Them some gypsy hoes.
And then, I mean, I feel for Travis Scott. He's with Chloe, or was it Courtney? One of them. And then of course Travis Barker's with was it Chloe or Courtney? Well, it
and that's why. Forgive me for shaking the camera, but that's why I was trying to put the camera on it. Which is, you see what the hat says? It says kings. As men, we have to operate like kings. Right now, niggas is operating like goddamn queens. Let's talk about these goddamn hoochie daddy shorts.
What the hell is up with that, man? I've been hearing a lot about that going on these hoochie
And guess what? And guess what? I'm gonna show y'all something. If y'all can see it, I'm wearing regular shorts. You see that these shorts are covering my knees. That's how you're supposed to wear your shorts, man. Showing your thigh meat and all of that. Wearing these little bitty ass tight ass shorts. No. These shorts. No. The city boys are losing with that shit, man.
These guys out here wearing that sort of stuff, wearing hot shorts, hot pants. It's just like, come on, man. All you can do is just shake your head and just be like, that's not gonna be me. You know, even though it's a hot thing. And I've never understood that whole little short, because I've heard about that phenomenon of, you know, hoochie daddy and hoochie boy shorts. I'm like, I don't get it, but hey, whatever floats your boat, chat. You want to show off that big D energy?
It's not big D energy.
But that's what they want to think. They want to think that they showing that off.
That's really little dick energy.
Yeah.
As a man, you ain't got to show off your body in order to impress bitches. Guess what? You hit these bitches with swag. You hit these bitches with game. You hear me?
That's what
I really don't want to take it there, but I'm talking about, man, on the Killer Cigar Crisis, I can really hit y'all with some pimp shit. I grew up around some pimp. My daddy was on some pimp shit. You hear me? So I can really tell these motherfuckers about some pimp shit, about how to really get up on the game and get up in the bitch's brain. You get up in her head before you get up in her bed. I can tell you how to really work a bitch, man. Hey, hit a bitch for some ones and twos, some twos and fews, and don't get it confused.
I mean, that's what it's all about. You gotta have that game. You gotta have that mouthpiece on point. You gotta have.
Hey, what was that Jamaican song? It's high, hit him with the nose. Something to something, no go. Heads high, hit him with the nose. Hit him with the nose. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And speaking about hitting on somebody.
Oh, yes.
Man, hold up, man. Will Smith, man. Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Chris Rock didn't see it coming. And, I mean, but it almost seemed like he did see it coming, because I guess he was trying to see what Will was going to say. And I guess he wanted to get his mic in, but then instead of him just talking, he got that slap. And it wasn't even just, it was an open palm strike. It was just one of those, look.
Will Smith is a wild nigga, though. Will Smith, he fucking around and sat down.
Like, guess what? West off Wild Wild West, man. That's what I'm saying.
And Will Smith was like, yo, he said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm like, Will, where the hell is all this coming from, bro?
Because Will is from Philly, bro. Will is a gutter nigga. Guess what it is? Will is one of them niggas from the gutter that knew how to play the role. See, he knew how to play the proper role. See, like most niggas from Philly, we're used to Philly niggas like Benny Siegel, Freeway. Yeah. Even though what we did is wrong. Fuck niggas up, laugh about it. We're used to that type of shit, you hear me?
Right.
Gutter ass niggas with long ass beards, bald heads, you hear me? We're used to that gutter ass Philly shit. Mm-hmm. Will Smith is a clean ass nigga from Philly, you hear me?
Squeaky
clean.
Will
Will Smith showed you that nigga, he can fuck around and get ghetto.
I'm not condoning Will Smith's actions, brother. That shit was just cowardly. And he did it because Jada did an eye roll at Chris Rock's joke talking about G.I. Jane. And I'm like, okay, so that's what triggered you to go up there and slap this man in the mouth while he's trying to present an award.
Yeah, Jada like, Jada basically gave him that look like, nigga, you better go handle that. I'm uncomfortable. Chris Rock made me feel uncomfortable. Nigga, you better go up and handle that.
That's
and he's like, oh
shit.
shit.
That is bullshit, because he should have done that backstage. If that's how he truly felt, he could have done that backstage like Steve Harvey suggested. and then just basically he would have not gotten his award, he would have gotten his cry on, all that other good stuff, and he wouldn't be in the predicament that he is now, where everybody.
Yeah, because I went, because I ain't trying to be funny. You know what? I love my baby mama, and guess what? I wouldn't have did that for my baby mama. If it was me and somebody would have been making fun of my baby mama, even with my baby mama and my daughter being in the crowd, I would have fucked around and handled it backstage.
Yeah,
I would have went backstage and I would have beat Chris Rock fast. You hear me?
Handle your business backstage. You didn't have to do that knowing that you're being broadcasted in front of millions of people all around the world. Now your butt has damn near ruined your goddamn career because you felt like, oh, this nigga said some shit about my wife. I gotta go handle that. You could have easily just been more professional and just been like, hey, Chris, that wasn't cool. You shouldn't say that. And then Chris would have understood it. But no, you took it there. You took it there, and now your career is damn near ruined because of it. So now,
his career ain't gonna, like, guess what? Will Smith is gonna fuck around and still fuck around and do some movies.
Yeah, but it's gonna take a long time in order to get those movies off the ground because a lot of movies have gotten frozen up because of that shit, man. So
yeah, you're right.
But that's what I'm saying. But I mean, yes, Will be okay. He just gotta wait for that heat to die down before he's able to come back with some more movies. Of course, obviously, he's gonna always be slap happy Will Smith. He's always gonna have slap jokes. And you and I talk about this on our own respective podcast. I just feel like Will Smith just did the shit wrong. And I feel like him and Jada needs to get a divorce like ASAP. And I still feel that way. I mean,
he needs to divorce that little peanut head ass bitch.
Because she causing him so much grief, so much pain. Just a simple, you should have done something when August Alsina, that whole entanglement stuff popped off between her and August Alsina.
She had her legs entangled behind August Alsina's back. Y'all men, y'all know what I'm talking about when a woman puts them legs around your back. When she puts the legs around your back and she locks them motherfuckers. Right. And you get the hump for that ass. That's like,
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's Will, and she's still pining for Tupac, even though he's been dead for 25 years.
You know, Tupac, how old would Tupac have been today?
Let's see, he was 25 when he got killed. So I would say about 51. Yeah, about 51 years old he would have been. It was Tupac's birthday this week. So yeah,
man.
He would have been 51 years old to this week, man.
How do you feel the rap game would have been if Pac would have still been alive? If Pac and Biggie were still alive, how do you feel rap would be going right now?
I'm not gonna say that the rap game would be much better with Tupac and Biggie. I don't know, because you have a lot of heavy hitters that's still around doing stuff like Jay-Z and Nas, you know, Wayne, you know, all these different cats.
But Jay-Z, Nas, and Wayne, they ain't been dropping shit lately.
Nah, they haven't. I mean, hell, Drake just brought out his new album. But
let's talk about it. Guess what? You know what I think about the new Drake album? That new Drake album is fire. You know what it is? A lot of motherfuckers are saying that shit is whack, right? But no, Drake finally was like, fuck it. Let me just go ahead and do what I'm best at, which is being a singing, light-skinned ass nigga. And guess what? He did that. On this album, it's a straight R&B album. He is straight up singing. And they talking about some elevator music. Nah, fuck that. I challenge anybody to, get a bitch and fuck over that album. You can actually fuck a bitch with that album playing straight through. Where, while you sucking that pussy, you ain't gotta sit up here and be like, oh, let me change the song, whatever. Let the whole album play, and you can straight fuck a bitch straight through that whole Drake album.
I don't doubt that, man. I have to listen to it.
And the last time that I heard an album that I could fuck straight through was Jodeci, Forever My Lady album.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Ever since then, I've never had an album that I could fuck all the way straight through. I would usually have to, maybe, pause and, maybe skip a song or two. No, this new Drake album is fire, bro. It's fire. It's a grown man album.
Drake puts out a lot of fire albums, man. So I don't doubt that this one is fire as well.
Speaking of fire, guess what? Guess who's thinking about doing the verses?
Who?
Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia.
Oh, that should be a good one.
Who
Good
you
versus.
got?
So, Jennifer Hudson, Fantasia. Both American Idol contestants. Obviously, Fantasia is the Idol winner. Jennifer Hudson's runner-up, but she still got on to do bigger and better things. If I were to go between the two, I would have to say Jennifer Hudson, because she has more of a vocal range. She has more, she can really carry it too. Not saying Fantasia is no slouch, but I feel like Jennifer Hudson can really be able to get her as far as her vocal abilities and her range. Whereas Fantasia, pretty much want to try to do like Patti LaBelle and just kicking her shoes off and stuff. That she patterns a lot of what she does after Patti. Not saying that that's a bad thing, obviously, but I would say Jennifer Hudson.
Okay.
That's
you got Jennifer Hudson. That's fine. So when the Verzuz comes on, maybe me and you can just have a friendly bet. Maybe we can bet about maybe $10. I'll put my $10 on Fantasia.
And why do you think Fantasia could get it?
Because guess what? Everything's going to be all smooth and all good. And Jennifer Hudson got it. Ooh, she got her. Guess when everything's going to get fucked up? The whole game is going to change when Fantasia does that. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. If you don't want me, and she's going to get the screaming. She's going to be, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself.
There you go.
And I cry. That's gonna fuck up the whole game, you hear me?
So that ought to be a great versus when they actually get that put on, man. So I'll definitely will want to see that.
Versus is getting kind of whack though, because they also talk about some Mario versus Omarion.
Oh yeah, I saw that on social media.
I'm like, man, that shit gonna be whack.
I don't know, man. I don't care too much for Omarion or Mario. I mean, they did good back in the early 2000s, but it's just like, who really cares now? I'm just saying.
I mean, that's gonna be funny, man. It's like we started to run out of good battles. What do you think is a good battle that ain't been put out? That they ain't been put out there? What you think is a good battle that can be done?
Let's see. I would say.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about potential versus battles. Let's do Ice Cube versus Ice-T.
Ooh, the ice battle.
Yeah, the battle of the ices.
That would be epic. Ice-T versus Ice Cube.
Yes, that would be so.
The game needs that. You hear me? I'm with you on that one, bro. Give me a pound.
All right.
Give me a virtual pound. Yeah. Okay.
Pound.
All right.
I
can fuck with that one.
Okay, what do you got, Black? What are your ideas?
Jay-Z and Nas.
Well, that's obvious.
And mind you, I got Jay-Z for the win. You hear me?
Okay.
But Nas gonna come at his ass, and I'm talking about. I'm waiting for that awkward moment where Jay-Z plays Takeover.
Right. And Nas hits him with
and then
Ether.
Nas plays Ether. Like, doop, fuck Jay-Z. Doop. I hit this something like Ether. Oh, this is Ether. That's just something Ether. That's something Ether. With it not lose. When Nas hits Jay-Z with that Ether, bro, that will fuck up the whole battle. You hear me? People have been saying that they want Busta Rhymes versus Missy Elliott. That would be kind of historical because that would be a male versus a female. I think that it should be a video battle where it's like, my video versus your video.
Right, or at the very least, a recreation of our famous videos. So yeah,
Pastor Cavassier. All of Missy's videos was wild. Is it worth it? I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's motherfucking It's motherfucking motherfucker.
I'm not sure that's how it goes, but I got you, man. Yeah, man. But I think that could be an interesting versus too. I mean, there's plenty of possibilities that's still out there, man. I gotta hit you up with this Dave Chappelle shit before we get out of here, man. You know, that shit that happened at the Hollywood Bowl with old boy trying to tackle him on stage, and then he ended up getting his ass stomped the fuck out. And man,
yep. Like, and of course, I did a podcast about that. Yeah,
and so did I.
I called it jump up to get beat down,
and I called mine play stupid games, win stupid prizes. We both did a podcast about this whole situation. And yeah, that dude, I don't give a fuck what he's trying to represent. He got what he deserved on that. And now apparently Gerard Carmichael with his bitch ass gonna talk all sorts of shit about Dave. I'm not even gonna get into
yeah, that's what legacy is. Just talking about trans people. Fuck him,
man.
Fuck Gerard Carmichael. I said Gerard Carmichael is 35 years old. So guess what? He's old enough to know what Chappelle's legacy really is. Chappelle's legacy is going to forever be the goddamn Dave Chappelle show.
Oh yeah, that's a part of his legacy. Is
that's what his legacy
along with his stand-up, along with a lot of the movies he's done. But yeah, Chappelle show is his ultimate legacy. So that's why I'm saying all that stuff. You can't cancel out Dave. He's untouchable right now, man. Because there's still a lot of people that fucks with the real. And Dave Chappelle is a real motherfucker. So that's why I'm saying, man, you can't do nothing with Dave.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's the Cuban Cigar Crisis. And guess what? We can bring y'all this heat every week.
Every week, man. We're going to have every Sunday, man. We're going to go ahead and bring you some heat. So be on the lookout. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Louis S. Black, at Big Dane 314. I'm also now on TikTok. Well, I know you are too. Same handles, Big Dane 314, Louis S. Black. And of course, Facebook and Twitter, you're on at Louis S. Black. And of course, make sure you go check out our respective podcasts, the Louis S. Black Show, as well as the Big Dame Audio Experience on Anchor.fm. Ladies and gentlemen, until the next video, for Louis S. Black, I'm Big Dame. We're the Cuban Cigar Crisis, and we are OUT. Peace.
OUT. Peace.